Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we got great news in Baton Rouge. And I know this Baton Rouge and Baton Rouge. I keep saying it's Baton, but it's actually Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. Huge news. And I know I'm late. I'm obviously pretty late to this. But I just decided we are going on. This goes, of course. Ready Go Politics is talking about it. I don't know why I can't. This is a huge accomplishment for the Republican Party, and because we just ousted one of the worst mayors in America, and not just ousted her, we replaced her with a America First based Republican. First off, we need to know where Baton Rouge is. So Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's the capital of Louisiana. And this specific goes into the wake of a really, really bad mayor. And that mayor is, of course, Miss Broom. Mayor Broom of said Baton Rouge. It's hard to pronounce. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's Sharon Weston Broom, for your information. Sharon Weston Broom. And she came to power in 2020 in her successful bid. I want to believe, was it 2016? Yeah, no, she was reelected in 2020. 2016, you'll see. She came off very short in the first round. Final round, she got a landslide. And this goes into the wake. Very, very deep Democrat sort of city. You'll see she won a landslide, 56%. This time around, it's not the case anymore. You'll see Sid Edwards, who is I want to believe, yes, he's a part of the Istroma High School head football coach. Yeah, he's a part of that Istroma High School, and that is in East Baton Rouge Parish. I believe it's in Baton Rouge itself, but it obviously is seeing that this average football coach managed to defeat this corrupt mayor by over 9 points to may I remind you, 9 points, and everyone will say, oh, it's because Ted James spoiled the election. No, Ted James was eliminated, and everyone thought that Broom would sweep victory like a broom. Get it? Yeah, sweep like a broom, but that's exactly not she didn't do that. She absolutely didn't do that. Her campaign had zero momentum because she is corrupt. She is a part of this establishment of mayors like Brandon Johnson, Eric Adams. You also got Mayor, is it Sheng Tao? I think that's Sheng Tao. Let's see. Mayor of Oakland Mayor. We as well. Yeah, Sheng Tao, along with I believe it's Michelle Wu of Boston, the Boston mayor. Yes, Michelle Wu. She's a part of that establishment of said corrupt mayors, and she was so bad that a city, a municipality, a precinct, not even a precinct, but a chunk of Baton Rouge had to succeed from her regime. They fought for their independence, and they succeeded as the Louisiana Supreme Court allowed them to leave the corrupt city of Baton Rouge and form their own city called St. George, Louisiana. This was in the news for a very long time. St. George, Louisiana. It's just been formed. The mayor, Dustin Yates. It is a city mostly occupied by white Caucasian Republicans. And as a result, Democrats are boo-hoo, whining, and crying, saying that the white Republicans are succeeding from the black-ruled and black-majority city of Baton Rouge. And I'll tell you this. Listen up. If you aren't going to treat your residents right, we might as well leave and form our own community. This the black African American population, black community can't even get behind Sharon Weston Broome. They can't even back her because she's just so corrupt. I want to know what her approval rating is. Sharon Weston Broome. It's obviously through to, like, unpopular. You see how this is a blue city. She lost re-election in a Democrat stronghold, which is, she's the mayor-president. That's what they call it. The mayors of Baton Rouge. So, yes, you'll see the very first Republican since Bobby Ray Simpson, when he was, I think he was defeated in 2005. I don't know. But you'll see Sid Edwards will become the 65th mayor, and he is a very base Republican. A lot of people are, oh, is he a rhino? He would have to campaign on a very liberal platform. Well, I'll tell you, Sid Edwards got all the Catholics on his side. Edwards campaigned as a devout Roman Catholic. And with that being said, Baton Rouge and Louisiana, very Catholic, by the way. It's not mostly Catholic, but in the South, it is the most Catholic state in the South. And that is because of the French descent. And overall, I think it's just French immigration to New Orleans really did result to the state being very Catholic. So Sid Edwards uses the Catholic demographic to his example. Sure, he's using identity politics, but then again, you're in it to win it. And in this case, in an atmosphere where you kind of have to play identity politics, Sharon Broome was campaigning on this black woman platform, and in order to boost black turnout. But here's the thing. The race card isn't working, and it's not, because Sharon Weston Broome just destroyed the black African American community. They absolutely have zero reason to go and vote for her. It's a win-lose, that's why they went and backed Sid Edwards. We got to understand that, you know what, identity politics didn't work in this election. I know I just said that Sid Edwards, he took out his rosary in the middle of a campaign in his victory speech, reminding everyone that he's a devout Catholic, going to as you know, I wouldn't say rule, but lead according to his faith. But let's just say, when it comes to voting for Miss Broome because she's a black woman, that didn't work. You'll see East Baton Rouge. That's East Baton Rouge Parish right here. This is one of the second most Democrat county, in my belief, in Louisiana. If we can pull out those results, I doubt they're up, but we can go ahead and see how much this parish. Well, let's just go ahead and see. Rouge Parish. Okay, East Baton Rouge Parish, right in the middle here. And you're going to see, yes, 54.46%. It's been a significant shift. It used to be a very Republican parish until Barack Obama won in 2008, and that lead has been increasing. The biggest the parish has ever gone for Democrats would be for Joe Biden, who won the biggest victory in the parish since Franklin Roosevelt in 1944. Okay? And obviously, this goes without saying, back in the late 20th century, Baton Rouge was influenced by Democrat stronghold Louisiana. And that was obviously obvious when it comes to that. But this is the county level. City level, I'm guessing the city, obviously, it did go for Kamala Harris. There's no doubt that it didn't go for Kamala Harris. If it didn't go for Kamala Harris, then East Baton Rouge, whatever you pronounce it, it would be, East Baton Rouge would go to Trump easily, and along with East Baton Rouge Parish. So I do not think there's any election thing, unfortunately. Sadly. But yes, you'll see this exactly looks like, I think, yeah, it's consolidated. Duh. Well, what am I talking about? It's consolidated. Therefore, interesting. So, it's not really consolidated anymore, because I want to believe that St. George decided to leave. Let's go ahead and see communities. Or cities. Oh no, this is we need the county. There we go. The parish level. Community cities, you'll see Baton Rouge, Baker, of course, this is what it's looking like right now. Accordingly, this is Baton Rouge, and that's Baker. St. George, which is newly established, that broke away from, there's Central Louisiana, City of Central, Zachary, Louisiana, but yeah, this is Baton Rouge. I'd imagine that this part of the city, right here, that is modern-day St. George. St. George is a community of 80,000 people. That itself, makes Baton Rouge even more African American, if you actually think about it. But yes, you'll see this is, what date is this? Because it shows 2010. White Americans had a majority here. So now, as of 2020, African Americans lead. For the first time. So, interestingly enough, I would say Baton Rouge, it's kind of not as African. Is that African American mostly? Let's see. Demographics, yeah. Okay, so percentage, yes, 53.55% of African Americans in the city. So, 53.55% of Baton Rouge residents are African American, 34.22%, and obviously that increased. I don't know if this is obviously, if there will have to be a new survey, because there's a huge chunk of people in St. George. They ended up leaving, and we have Roly Poly Martin saying, "Oh, they're leaving because the racism." Well, here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. A, these people are leaving because they're being neglected. B, we have African Americans, a lot of African Americans, such as Roly Poly, is saying that they want to create these safe spaces for African Americans on campuses. As you know, people of color only spaces, or just African American spaces. I thought segregation was or multicultural areas. I thought segregation was outlawed. But no, it's apparently live and well in the United States. And then when the white people try to say, "Oh, we're going to try to segregate too. We're going to leave. Okay, you don't want us? We'll leave." They go on their knees saying, "Please come back. Please, please, please." And to believe it or not, they understandably so, because they're losing their business. They're losing money. They're losing constituents. They're losing influence in their own city. So understandably, so that's when they shoot themselves on the foot. African Americans, they want to obviously establish home rule. Fine with that, but white people should establish their home rule also. No, that's racist! No white city, creating white cities are racist. Really? So you guys are allowed to create your own communities, like a black majority neighborhood. Everyone's fine with it. I don't care. But when white people create their neighborhood, it's racist. Interesting stuff. Even though the mayor, Madam Mayor Broom, has done a horrible job with her constituents. To the fact that this mostly Democrat parish kicked her out and elected a Republican by a blowout number of over 9 percentage points. This guy, they didn't even know who this guy was. The Sid guy? This Sid guy, he's a high school basketball coach. What qualifies him to be the mayor? That's how desperate Baton Rouge has become. Because Baton Rouge has been ruled by very incompetent people. And I'm not afraid to use that word. This lady, incompetent. How did she get in? I have to say it, guys, but I think she was DEI hired. Let's be honest. They made a big deal on the last mayor before her because he was the first black African American. But then they wanted to make history about electing the first female African American. These people vote on race, and guess what? When you have these people losing their job, because like Tiffany Henyard and Lori Lightfoot, they lose their re-election because they're so bad. You probably know already that they're probably DEI hire. A lot of people say, oh, don't say DEI hire. That's so racist. No, it's the truth. Then if it's racist, then the word and term DEI hire would never, ever exist. We would never hear about it, but we're hearing about it more than ever because of this election, this presidential election. Kamala Harris, we could have had an open primary, but no, she was a DEI hire. She was put into this role way before, though. Back when Joe Biden said we need to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And he puts Kamala Harris in. Joe Biden could have picked Roy Cooper of North Carolina. He could have went and picked, I don't know, Bernie Sanders. Because let's remember, although Bernie Sanders would be a controversial pick, Joe Biden was losing tons of his supporters after he won the nomination. The Bernie Sanders supporters pledged not to vote for him. And Biden had the chance to get Bernie Sanders on the ticket so he can get those voters back. But, of course, Biden decided to use DEI because DEI, even though when it lacks common sense. And, yeah, he ended up winning. Obviously, he ended up winning 2020. And that's because those voters, they were mad, they kicked rocks, and they eventually came back months later, as we knew. But you should try not to risk that. You should try not to upset the half of your base and risk them not showing up at the polls. You should try to chase them back and compromise with them. But DEI and proving to the country that Joe Biden is not a racist is much more important than actually winning. And actually setting up a good coalition that will better help the American people. So obviously, huge win. Obviously, this is not what the map looks like. This is a landslide Democrat win. What probably our friend Sid, his performance would probably look like these deep blue areas would probably go. All these, this area is definitely his, this area is his, this area is his. So he's trending into these 90% areas, and those are mostly African-American precincts. But what do you guys think in regards to this video? Also, keep in mind, this includes the whole county. If you guys look at, this is the whole county. Obviously, this is not really the map, what it looks like anymore. But what do you guys think in regards to this video? let me know down below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.